Welcome to this week's episode of Regal's Rundown, here with head baseball coach Steve Gust. So Coach Gust, what is it like for you guys to look at your schedule and finally be able to play some home games here after a long-awaited couple of weeks where there was snow on the field and it was wet and you just couldn't get it going on the field?
I'll tell you what, it's great not to have to be on a bus to drive somewhere to play. You know,
right.
It's nice where we can play at home, and our guys put a ton of work into getting the field ready. I mean, the last 5 days we've probably put 30-40 hours in just shoveling and getting the snow off. We had it ready for Thursday's game against Bemidji State, then it snowed Wednesday night, so we had to do it all over again. Get every piece of snow that was on the field we had to shovel off. So for us to be able to play at home is a reward for our kids' hard work, and you know, and it's a big advantage to play at home. This is where we practice every day, and this is where we play fall ball. You know, so our guys like our field, and we're just excited to get out there and play on our own turf.
Right, right. And I got word that you guys are also out there chipping away ice, not only shoveling snow. So I mean, that's awesome. One of the only fields in the area that's finally open. Yeah,
and you know, there was literally 4 to 5 inches of ice on our full field tarp. I mean, we had sledgehammers, we had pickaxes, we had everything, and it was hard manual labor.
Right.
And so we didn't need to be in the weight room this week because we got most of our workout in on the field. So, but there's a certain gratification you get, you know, being on your own field and seeing that all your hard work does pay off, because we're going to play at home, and we're excited to do that.
Right. Right, so as a team, one of you guys' best things right now is your bullpen. So who are some of the guys that are doing a great job right now?
I'll tell you, our bullpen has been good all season long, you know, and obviously we've got one of the best closers in the conference and in the country, we feel, in Zach Seipel, and he's done a good job this year, but really some of the other guys that have stepped up have really done a great job. Guys like Aaron Holcraft and Eston Bennett, Louis Gerzen, Graham Cherry.
Okay.
And those are just a few of the names that have really stepped up in the bullpen, and we're proud of what they've done. And if we can get a little bit more consistent starts from our guys that are starting the games, I think we're going to be in good shape as we head into, you know, an intense piece of our schedule.
Right, right. And you talked about stepping up a little bit. Who do you think are the player or players that have really taken the most strides over the last season?
You know, we mentioned the names with the bullpen. There's others too in the bullpen, and offensively, you know, obviously Reed Jelly has been a guy that's been good for us for 3 straight years now.
Right.
You know, Anthony Stewart has put up some great numbers at the leadoff position. Ethan Mushich has been pretty consistent with the bat. But we, you know, for us to be successful, we need all 9 guys that are in the lineup to produce in some way, shape, or form. And so some of the other guys that maybe don't have the numbers as our top guys, those are the guys that we're going to look to produce in certain situations. It could be just a sack bunt, or execute a hit and run, or taking an extra base on the bases, or making a play in the field.
Right.
Those little things that we've struggled with a little bit have really hurt us in the conference season, so, but we're hoping to get those little things back on track, and we're hoping the guys end the year better than what they've started, and playing the best baseball. That's what we're hoping. We're taking 1 game at a time. We're not looking ahead. We've got Bemidji in 4 games this weekend, and we just got to play them 1 at a time, and that's how we got to do it, and we've got to strive to get better each day. We have to. And that's what the individual kind of thing is, where each individual player has to get better each day, and then that'll make our team better.
Right, right. And it's those little things that turn into be big things. So even though, you know, you said you need the whole 9, but there's still people that aren't on the starting 9 that are still making big differences on the team.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely. And we've got guys on the bench that have contributed too. I mean, it's got to be a total team effort, though. It can't be just 1 or 2 guys doing their jobs and getting better. It has to be the whole team, and each individual player will lead to a better product as far as from a team, and better results as far as from a team perspective. And that's the only way to do it. I like our team. This team is one of the hardest working teams I've ever had. They listen well, but when it comes down, we just haven't gotten the job done in certain situations, and it's produced a lot of one-run losses, you know. But I like this team a lot. I think they're good kids. I think they work hard. Just the amount of time they put in on the field work, this says a lot about their character, and their toughness. So we're hoping all their work pays off here, and we can end this season strongly, game by game, and maybe even inning by inning, out by out, or pitch by pitch. I mean, we can't look any further than that. That's how we got to approach things.
Right, take it one step at a time. Yeah. So you mentioned a couple one-run losses. Coach, you guys came out of the year strong. You guys are doing awesome. You went down to Florida and you played arguably some of the best baseball this school has ever seen. You know, you only lost one game and it was by 2 points, and the rest of them you guys won, did awesome. You came back and you started conference. You guys got into a little bit of a lull. You know, a lot of one-run losses, a lot of games that you guys could have and should have won and just didn't go your way. And then you recently had the opportunity. You had 2 big wins against the University of Mary. What is that going to do going forward for the team? Like, how does that help the motivation and stuff?
You know, just getting the job done. I think you know, we just need to try to get over that hump.
Right.
And I don't know if we've done it yet. You know, we're a good ball club. The teams have to show up and have to play well to beat us. And we started the conference with some of the best teams in the country. I mean, Augie's 28-2 for a reason right now.
Right.
And Concordia had some great pitching, and so.
All of which were close games too.
Absolutely, and we can't look back at what could have been. We just have to look forward and understand that we have to get better on a day-to-day basis, and we have to do the little things right, and we have to get back to UMC baseball where we're just going out there and competing and not really caring about anything but us just competing against the team that's across the field from you, and again it's game by game, inning by inning, pitch by pitch. It's really that simple. And if we look too far ahead, you know, we're just going to dig ourselves a hole. So we just need to go and get better as a program.
Yeah, and it sounds like fine tuning. You know, you guys have the skill and you have the talent. Like, we've seen that. So just got to fine tune that and find that. And like you said, game by game, inning by inning, pitch by pitch, whatever you need to be, just take steps forward.
It's as simple as that, and that's what we've done in the past. That's what our alumni has built here. The guys that came before this year's team, you know, they didn't care about any what I call the nonsense or the BS. They just cared about competing and getting better on a day-to-day basis. We just need to get back to that brand of baseball, and we're not far away. And like I said, I like our kids a lot. I like what they've done in a lot of respects. We just need to get the job done when it counts the most, and we're going to be fine. But you know, we're going to pick up some wins. You know, we picked up a couple wins in Mary, but it's really not about the wins. It's about us doing what we're capable of doing, what the alumni have set, the tradition that the alumni have set here, and just getting back to that grand brand of baseball. It's really that simple. The W's will take care of themselves, but we just need to take care of what we do and what we do the best.
Absolutely. So last year you guys struggled a little bit hitting. And we've talked about that before when we interviewed here about a month or 2 ago. This year, you guys have taken huge strides once again, done a great job with that. And though there's room for improvement, who are some of those guys that are stepping up big, hitting, and doing a great job with that?
Well, again, you know, we're hitting better as a team. I think our on-base percentage is better. I think our average is better. The bottom line is, and we've got guys that can do it 1 through 9. We can put out a product that's a pretty good offensive lineup, but the issues that we're having offensively aren't necessarily number orientated. They're getting the job done with runners in scoring position when the game's on the line.
Right.
And you know, we had some issues against Sioux Falls. We had bases loaded and runners at first and second late in the game when the game was on the line. We hit into a couple double plays. You know, that happens. But you know, we feel good about what we put out there offensively. We just need to get it done in crunch time, and that's you know, that's kind of the it factor is what they call it, and we've got to get the it factor. But we need to keep grinding away and believing in what we're doing, and working every day to get better.
I love that. I've never heard it called the it factor, but I like that you use that. And like you said, it's inning by inning and pitch by pitch. You know, some of these are coming down to the wire, and you guys are doing a great job in most of the game, and then the end of it, if you can't finish it out, you know, that's the difference in the game. So you just be able to fine-tune that, and you guys are doing a great job, and just keep it up. So last question for you, and what is your favorite stadium that you have ever visited or played in or coached in, ever?
That's a good question. I'll tell you, right now with the weather the way it is, anything that's warm and green, you know, we went to Hawaii and Florida both, and it seems like a long time ago that we were there. But just seeing the green grass.
Right.
You know, and in Florida and Hawaii, you had the palm trees around there, and you had water that people could put on the field. Right now, we don't even have the water turned on. You know, it's that cold. So,
right.
But I've been to a lot of ballparks, and I'll tell you what, our guys really like UMC's field. We obviously have a lot of work to do on it, and we need to make some improvements and all that. But I don't think there's any better place than home. And
right.
when I first got this job, it's like nobody wanted to play on it. You know, and now since then, 3.5 short years since then, I think guys, you know, they really look forward to playing on our field. So, you know, the work that they put in this week to get it ready, it's, you know, playing on that field is a reward for them. So right now, my favorite field that we play on is our own field.
Right.
And it's going to be nice to play at home and not have to get on a bus or stay in hotel rooms.
Yep.
You know, I think we visited, what, 8 or 9 different states already. We put on thousands of miles on the bus. We
countless hours.
Countless hours. And it's just nice to be able to, you know, sleep in your own bed and get up and come to your own field 2
right.
minutes away. So
right.
We're really looking forward to playing at home here.
Yeah, that's exciting. You know, when you guys went down to Hawaii, there was still a foot of snow on the field. So it's awesome now that you're able to play on it this weekend, and that really shows how awesome of a team you guys are, and tribute to your coaching as well. You know, great leadership and a great team that's able to pull something like that together.
Well, you know, it's a treat because of what the alumni have done, the past players, and I can't say enough good things about the past players that have been in this program, and they've built things so we can go on trips like Hawaii, and that we can, you know, by working on the field, we can play home games and little things like that. I really like where our program is right now. It makes me proud of not only the alumni but the current players for what they've done here, and they're going to get rewarded on the field, and we're going to continue to get rewarded on the field for future years because just whatever the foundation that has been set here, and I believe great things are going to happen here as we end the year, and great things are going to happen for years to come.
Right, absolutely. And there you have it, folks. Make sure you tune in to Coach Gust and the UMC baseball team as they hit it out of the park this weekend for their first home games of the season. Wings up and go Golden Eagles!